Modi! Modi!
It's the Bihari versus Bihari ballot battle. With the stage set for a showdown in Seemanchal. Prime Minister's Ghuspaithiya salvo at Mahagathbandhan.
आरजेडी कांग्रेस के नेता वोट बैंक के तुष्टीकरण के लिए घुसपैठियों को ताकत को देने के लिए, घुसपैठियों को बचाने के लिए पूरी शक्ति से लगे हुए हैं.
You failed to stop them, counters Kharge.
सेंट्रल में शाह है, मोदी जी है. अगर आप दोनों ये घुसपैठियों को संभाल नहीं सकते तो आप उस कुर्सी पे बैठने के लायक नहीं.
2 days, 2 big Shah interviews. Home Minister vows to make Bihar Ghuspaithiya mukt.
हम बिहार को घुसपैठिया मुक्त बनाएंगे. न केवल घुसपैठिए को निकाल बाहर करेंगे, इनके अवैध धंधे भी बंद कराएंगे और अवैध अतिक्रमण को भी हटाने का काम भारतीय जनता पार्टी और एनडीए की सरकार करेगी.
The big Bihar debate with Gaurav Sawant only on India Today.
Hello and welcome to an India Today special broadcast that comes to you from the Seemanchal belt of Bihar. I'm Gaurav Sawant. The India Today team currently is travelling between Purnia and Araria. We are trying to get you a pulse of the voters on ground. And Union Home Minister Amit Shah, while campaigning in Purnia, set the cat among pigeons when he said when they come to power, they will ensure Simanchal, Bihar and the country is Ghuspaithiya free. Not just Ghuspaithiyas in this region, their atikraman, or the fact that they're taking away, they're encroaching on land. Prime Minister Narendra Modi talking about the Ghuspaithiyas or illegal infiltrators taking away resources and jobs of the people of this land. The Congress has hit right back saying, you're in power in the state, you're in power at the center, why have you failed to stop that Ghuspaithiyas? That big Ghuspaithiya debate and the Ghuspaithiya impact on elections. Remember, Simanchal is very important. 24 Simanchal seats. On the 11th, they go to polls. 14th, we'll see the results. Last time, 12 or 24, in the NDA, Kitty and the BJP and the NDA were the largest beneficiaries, and we'll tell you about that, the fractured vote here. We'll tell you about that in greater detail. But first, I want you to look at this ground report. The Prime Minister and the Home Minister's frontal attack on the issue of Ghuspaithiyas or infiltrators.
Modi! Modi! Modi!
It's the last battle in what has been a frenetic state of war. And ahead of the second phase, the eyes of the nation are on Seemanchal, with just one word on everyone's lips, Ghuspaithiya, meaning infiltrators. Leading the charge, Prime Minister Modi in his rally in Sitamarhi lashed out at the Mahagathbandhan for appeasement politics.
मुझे बताइए, आरजेडी कांग्रेस के नेता वोट बैंक के तुष्टीकरण के लिए घुसपैठियों को ताकत को देने के लिए, घुसपैठियों को बचाने के लिए पूरी शक्ति से लगे हुए हैं. ये लोग उनको बचा रहे हैं. साथियों, जो घुसपैठिए हैं, ये आपके हक पर डाका डालते हैं.
Countering the attack was Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge, questioning why the centre failed to stop infiltration.
घुसपैठ बचाव यात्रा वो अगर निकालते तो इसका मतलब ये होगा है कि तुम्हारी गवर्नमेंट फेल हो गई. घुसपैठ कैसा आ गए? तुम्हारी डबल इंजन की सरकार है, नीतीश है, एक तरफ सेंट्रल में शाह है, मोदी जी है. अगर आप दोनों ये घुसपैठियों को संभाल नहीं सकते तो आप उस कुर्सी पे बैठने के लायक नहीं.
But Amit Shah has squarely blamed the Mahagathbandhan, accusing both Rahul and the Yadav family of repeatedly shielding infiltrators. Speaking to India Today not once.
जब मैं काउंटर टेरर ऑपरेशंस कवर करता था तब वो नक्सल मुक्त भारत इम्पॉसिबल लगता था।
यहाँ पर नहीं हो सकता नक्सल मुक्त भारत,
लेकिन घुसपैठिया मुक्त भारत क्या आप कर पाएंगे?
निश्चित रूप से करेंगे, हमारा वादा है।
But twice from ground zero, Amit Shah has vowed to detect and deport all Ghuspaitiyas who were taking away the rights of Bihar's legitimate voters.
अमित शाह जी, घुसपैठियों की इतनी बड़ी जो यहाँ चुनौती है उसको किस तरह से आप डील करेंगे एज ए गृह मंत्री?
देखिए, हमने बहुत सारी जगहों पे इस पर काम किया है और मैं निश्चित रूप से सीमांचल की और बिहार की जनता को कहना चाहता हूँ, अगले 5 साल में हम बिहार को घुसपैठिया मुक्त बनाएंगे। न केवल घुसपैठिए को निकाल बाहर करेंगे, इनके अवैध धंधे भी बंद कराएंगे। पूर्णिया में किस तरह की भीड़ अमित शाह को सुनने के लिए आई है और ये जो पूरा मुद्दा है ये घुसपैठियों का मुद्दा है जिसे उन्होंने बार बार यहाँ उठाया। जो स्पेशल इंटेंसिव रिवीजन वोटर लिस्ट का कराया गया था उससे घुसपैठियों को चिन्हित किया गया है। अब डिलीट तो वो हो गए हैं वोटर लिस्ट से, लेकिन अब उनको डिटेक्ट करके डिपोर्ट भी किया जाएगा, ये उन्होंने कहा।
The big question remains, will the Ghuspaithiya issue resonate with voters? We'll find out on the 14th of November. With Gaurav Sawant in Purnia, Bureau Report, India Today.
From the Jama Masjid of Purnia to voters in Banmanki to, of course, in Araria, is the Ghuspaithiya actually an issue with voters here? Some say yes. There are others who say there are more pressing issues and especially jobs. Listen in, I spoke to some of the voters.
घुसपैठिया, देखिए घुसपैठिया का प्रधानमंत्री जी आवाज उठा रहे हैं, मानता हूं मैं ये बात को ठीक है उठा रहे हैं, लेकिन अभी सरकार है वो निगरानी करना किसका काम है? पब्लिक का काम है या सरकार का काम है? पब्लिक का काम है, ये नहीं है, ये सरकार का काम। सरकार इस चीज पे जो एक्शन लेंगे हम लोग देखने के तैयार हैं।
तो जो SIR भी हुआ, जो करीब 65 लाख वोट कटे वो ठीक कटे?
वोट अगर गलत है तो वोट करा तो कोई तकलीफ नहीं है, जो गलत है तो गलत है, गलत का सपोर्ट मैं क्यों करूं?
हाँ। यहाँ पर घुसपैठी हमारे सांसद जी जब से आए हैं, पप्पू यादव जी, घुसपैठी बहुत कम हो गया। तो इसी भी एरिया में बहुत घुसपैठी था सर। अभी एक की बैंड बजी पड़ी लाइन बिहार में।
आप बोलते हैं कि मोदी के हाथ में जो है ना देश सुरक्षित है, फिर घुसपैठिया कैसे चलाया? आप 10 साल 12 साल से कहाँ थे? क्या कर रहे थे आप? जो घुसपैठिया घुस गया, आज आप जो ये नारा लगा रहे हैं कि घुसपैठिया भगाना है, ये क्या एक सिर्फ और सिर्फ वोट का जुमलाबाजी और कुछ नहीं है?
जो भी मुद्दा चल रहा है, हिंदू मुस्लिम घुसपैठी का मुद्दा को लेकर चल रहे हैं, घुसपैठी अगर है तो 14 से बाद तक अब तक पनप क्यों रहा? इससे पहले क्यों ना, ऐन वक्त चुनाव के वक्त में ही क्यों? इसके अलावा भी बहुत सारा मुद्दा है, उस पर फोकस कीजिए जो जनता चाहती है, जो मुद्दा है।
Let's try and make sense of what the Union Home Minister and of course Prime Minister Narendra Modi are both saying, accusing the Mahagathbandhan, accusing the opposition and especially the Congress of Ghuspaithiya Bachao Andolan and Rally and Mahagathbandhan or Lalu's party RJD of Jungle Raj. Joining me on this India Today special broadcast are Professor Badri Narayan, a political commentator. I have Rohan Gupta of the Bharatiya Janata Party and Dr. Karna Sagar, former Director General of the Tamil Nadu Police, hails from this part of the region. Joining me on this special broadcast, as a former super cop, Dr. Karuna Sagar, I want your perspective as a former cop and a Congress Party spokesperson on the Prime Minister's frontal attack on Ghuspaithiya and on Jungle Raj in Bihar if the RJD were to come to power. You also have perspective from the RJD and the Congress, sir.
Thank you, Gaurav. Welcome to Bihar. And this is my maiden debate with you.
Thank you,
so
sir.
Please extend me the courtesy of uninterrupted couple of minutes.
Yes, sir.
Gaurav, Bihar's real issues are not Ghuspaithiya, but unemployment, poverty, crime and mass migration. Then these problems have worsened under 20 years of NDA rule. After a record 65% voter turnout in the first phase, where Bihar's Gen Z voted decisively for change, Amit Shah is seeing the writing on the wall. They are losing and losing big. The talk of Ghuspaithiya is a desperate ploy to polarize, divert, and divide before the crucial second phase of voting. This has been BJP's playbook in every election. Whenever they have no answer to people's problems, they fall back upon divisive tactics like ghuspetiyas and appeasement. And this is precisely what is happening. And tell me, how does the Home Minister has the gall to talk about Ghuspaithiya when he has been Home Minister for 7 years? For the past 11 years, the central government borders are guarded by SSB, ITBP, and BSF. And you have for 20 years your ally Nitish Kumar as Chief Minister of Bihar. Now SIR happened. Now tell me how many people were identified in the SIR as infiltrators, and they are very interesting. There are some outsiders who are even Hindus. So that is next to negligible number. That's why the issue is not there. There is an attempt to create a narrative, but this narrative will not sell because Biharis are
That's a very interesting perspective.
and they will not let
very
this
interesting
polarization
perspective.
happen.
Let me take this to Rohan Gupta now. You've raised three very important questions. You've raised three very important perspectives. Rohan Gupta, respond. The Congress believes that since the BJP has been unable to make the impact the BJP spoke of, this is an attempt to make the narrative and polarize on religious lines, Ghuspaithias.
Gaurav, first of all, this is really unfortunate that national party like Congress believes that Ghuspaithiya is a religious issue and not the issue of national security. See, this is the basic difference in the concept of Congress party and BJP, where we see Ghuspaithiya is a national issue. It's a national security issue. Where Ghuspaithiya has no religion. Why you are saying that Ghuspaithiya is a religion? The problem is the parties like Congress, the parties like RJD, like parties like TMC, they are using Ghuspaithiya as their vote bank by issuing them Aadhaar card, by issuing them ration card. This is the major problem here. If you see Simanchal, the ratio of Aadhaar card is 120.
No, but
against
the
100
point the
population.
Congress party raises is Amit Shah has been Home Minister. Mallikarjun Kharge says Amit Shah is the Union Home Minister. Pradhan Mantri is Narendra Modi. Nitish Kumar is the Chief Minister for 20 years. Then how is it? Mallikarjun Kharge says it's failure both at the center and the state.
See, first,
Ghuspaithiya is still coming in.
Gaurav, I'll answer all three perspectives. First of all, I have answered the first thing, that is not a religious issue. It's the issue of national security. That is where there is a basic difference between opposition parties. They are using Ghuspaithiya as their vote bank. At the cost of national security, they are doing their politics. Point number two, you are talking about Mr. Amit Shah. 90% of the fence has been completed in West Bengal. 250 kilometers there because of the mountains and the rivers. The fencing is not possible. 400 kilometers, the land is not provided by state government to BSF. These are the official figures I am telling you. This is 650-kilometer area where fencing is not possible. And what is happening? The people who come, migrants who come here, they are issued ration cards, they are issued Aadhaar cards. Based on that, their kids go to the school. Based on that, now they are getting the voter card. This is the basic issue. Unless and until there is a cohesive policy between state government and central government, we cannot control this issue. I'll give you an example of Assam. After 2019, when 19 lakh voters were removed, you see that completely illegal migration in Assam has been stopped. So you require the will of the state government at the cost because of political issues.
In Bihar,
TMC,
as Dr. Karna Sagar points out, 20 years it's a BJP NDA government. And 11 years in the center, it's the BJP government, strong Home Minister, strong Prime Minister. How is Ghuspaithiya still an issue in 2024? Dr. Badri Narayan, as a political commentator, your perspective on Ghuspaithiyas. Let's take this one by one. So one by one, how is Ghuspaithiya a real issue for Simanchal? Is there a threat that these alleged Ghuspaithiyas are taking away resources of the people of Bihar? Finite resources of India clearly cannot be given to outsiders. But your take, you've heard both the Congress and the BJP, Professor Sahab.
Gaurav, I think it's a very relevant debate which you are doing today. And it's really the issue of Ghuspaithiya has a relevance in the Simanchal zone. Because you know, Simanchal, the boundary interacts with Bangladesh through West Bengal, indirect, and then also Nepal. And so, and you know the nature of boundary, as Rohan rightly suggested that the fencing, problem of fencing, the control and the constant, the nigrani, because of various issues, infiltrators, the Ghuspaithiya used to come and they settled there with, as he said, the ration card, a school, going to taking share in the resources and also votes. So BJP is constantly trying to diagnose this problem for not only Bihar, for entire country. Wherever the boundaries are there and the infiltrators, Ghuspaitiyas are coming, it's a national issue for BJP, and they are dealing it. They are dealing it in various phases, like SIR, through raising consciousness of the people, through also orienting the Ghuspaitiyas that you should be ready to leave this land. You have to go today or tomorrow. So it's a constant process, long-term process through which they are dealing to solve this problem, Gaurav. I think it's really a problem which matters.
It's a long-term crisis, you say.
Gaurav,
yes, long-term crisis and long-term resolution also.
And it shouldn't become a Congress versus BJP or RJD problem. This is a national problem. Dr. Karna Sagar, since you've been a former police officer, you've been a DGP, you are from Bihar, you've been with RJD, you've been with Congress, sir. I want your perspective to understand from you. This is a problem where Bangladeshis or Rohingyas or outsiders may be taking finite resources of the people of Bihar. Should it be dealt with as a BJP Congress problem or an India problem where BJP, Congress, RJD, everyone should be on the same page? Prime Minister says this is vote bank politics, that Ghuspaitiyas are being hidden. Remember, sir, before 2014 also, 32,000 illegal immigrants had been sent back to Bangladesh from India. The Congress government did that.
See, you are very right. This is a national issue and it should be debated nationally, but the Prime Minister is politicizing it. When UPA was in power, 90,000 foreigners were identified and deported legally by correct procedures. In last 11 years, only 2,500 people have been deported. The foreigners have been deported. That is the record. And when I was listening to the BJP spokesperson and the analyst, they are basically condemning their chief minister of Nitish Kumar, who was there for past 20 years, and they are also condemning the home ministers who have been for past 11 years. That is Rajnath Singh and Amit Shah. So you have state local police, you have IB, you have border guarding forces. So you have entire resources to stop, to identify and to deport. Now I want to ask from this BJP spokesperson, what action exactly have you taken to do this instead of making it a political issue and trying to divide and polarize?
Gaurav, I'd like to answer that. See, again, coming back to the basic...
if I may, okay, I will get Rohan. Okay, Rohan, respond. Yes, please respond to a direct question. And I have a counter question.
You want to add something, then I'll answer
Rohan,
both.
Gupta,
you go ahead, you ask, I'll answer both. If you have any point to make.
No, subsequently, go on.
Okay. So, see, basic point, again, he told...
that my question was to Dr. Karna Sagar, but go on, sir.
Okay. See, the basic issue, what Mr. Karuna Sagarji told, that, it's a national issue. So that's what, and why PM is talking in Bihar. Because since it is a national issue, and the local parties like RJD and Congress, they are putting their vote bank politics before the national issue. That is why PM is talking that the mindset of the parties like Congress and RJD, they are using this immigrant migrants as their vote bank. And after SIR, 47 lakh voters have been reduced. Why nobody has questioned that? The details will come subsequently. How many of them are illegal migrants and all. Other important thing, there is something called pushback. After Operation Sindoor, around 3,000 illegal Bangladeshi migrants were sent back from the borders to their country. There is something called pushback where we don't wait for procedure and documentation. We just throw these people out. So there is a no tolerance policy as far as the Ghuspaitiyas is concerned. And in future, you will see that SIR is the first step towards that. Detection, deletion and deportation. I never spoke in between, right? So 12 states, if in Bihar, you can see that 47 lakh voters have been deleted from the voter list. Now the detailing will go on. So after 12 states SIR, the first is detection, deletion and deportation.
I want to bring
this
Dr.
is the policy
Badrinaran quickly.
which is going to...
Can I come in?
Okay.
Gaurav,
You know,
I
yes, sir.
am,
Okay, kindly,
I am
before I bring
appalled
in,
at,
yes, Dr. Karna Sagar, you want to respond? Yes, sir.
yeah, Gaurav, I am appalled at the ignorance of the BJP spokesperson. He says, by SIR, we have identified the foreigners. One, there has been absolutely no data from the Election Commission regarding the foreigners. Second, they have told in the Supreme Court, in the affidavit, that the Election Commission does not have the mandate to identify citizenship, the foreigners. They are
I'd like to
only
answer that.
going to find out about the just a minute, legitimate voters. So there has been absolutely no data. So why I am saying this, that this issue can be debated. There is a better forum, parliament. When you have power in the center, when you have a power in the state, and you are raising it in Simanchal, knowing fully well the dynamics of Simanchal and trying to polarize. But as I told you, the Bihari voters are too intelligent, too
My
sharp,
question is,
and
my question
too
is as an
concerned.
Indian, as a question, my question is as an Indian, Professor Badrinarayan, why should an issue of illegal Bangladeshis polarize the electorate in Bihar?
Absolutely.
Why should it be seen as polarizing? I mean, are we trying to say
Completely agree with you.
that Indian Muslims have more sympathy with these illegal Bangladeshis than with fellow Indians and on Indian finite resources? Because that I would find very troublesome, Professor Badrinarayan.
I think, Gaurav, there are two issues involved in that. One is why this issue is important in Bihar election, because this issue, the election is a time when we discuss our problems. We also discuss the solutions. So in Simanchal, this is one of the big problem, and which is created not today or 10 years. It's since many years, and even during the period of Congress also. So it has started from where and it will end where we don't know. But BJP is constantly trying to diagnose and treat this problem in various phases. And that's why in various phases through various strategies. And Muslims of the Indian Muslims, the term which you have rightly used, they will also not prefer to allow this kind of forces to stay here and share in their resources and
Absolutely.
create a lot of problems. I think so. It's an issue not Hindu and Muslims. It's issue of national security and also the resource protections and the equal distribution of resources of the people of our country, not from others. And it is not the case of India only. In many countries are suffering from this kind of problem. You know better than me. So.
No, because how the issue of vote bank politics, Bangladeshis cannot, as the Home Minister told me, Dr. Karna Sagar, I asked the Home Minister very specifically, and he said, we can't let Bangladeshis decide who Chief Minister of Bihar will be. We can't let Bangladeshis decide who the Prime Minister of India would be. So I see no reason why an issue like this, illegal Bangladeshis or Ghuspaithias, should polarize elections in India, sir.
Gaurav,
Dr. Karna Sagar, sir.
Gaurav, we have been covering defense and intelligence and these things for a very long time. I have been watching you. Now tell me, has in 11 years this government come out with the data, how many infiltration is there, in which state, how they have come, from which country they have come, where are they, and if with the entire machinery, most of the states are with you, central government is with you, the entire intelligence agencies are with you, all the paramilitary forces are with you, state police forces are there. I have been a Director General of Police and I know that we have intelligence setup which reaches practically every village. And we get to know the moment some outsider comes in a village. That is the level of intelligence that we have in Tamil Nadu. So how come this government for 20 years, and interestingly, you will never hear this issue from Nitish Kumar. Nitish Kumar, his own ally, is very uncomfortable with the divisive politics of BJP. And you show me one statement that he has made about infiltration in Bihar. So what I'm saying is, I am asking question from central government of what have you done so far? Instead of talking it in the election time, you are waking up
good
only
question.
during election
Rohan
time.
Gupta, quickly respond in the last 1 minute I have on this show.
See, Gaurav, first of all,
Good point, sir.
why
Mr.
this
Gupta,
issue
please
should
respond.
not be, why this issue is being spoken in Bihar, because people of Bihar must understand, because of this petty politics of RJD and Congress, their resources have been shared by this Ghuspaithiya. When you have 120 Aadhaar card against population of 100 in Simanchal, obviously the action needs to be taken. And again, answering what this government is doing. When SIR was conducted in Bihar, you tell me, Gaurav, one reason for these parties to oppose SIR. Because they feel that tomorrow, if these Ghuspaithiya's votes are cut, it will impact their electoral chances. That is the petty issue. That is the basic issue here, Gaurav. You have to raise about these petty issues. You have to talk about national security before this kind of... How can you call Ghuspaithiya religious issue? This is the basic debate
All sides
the
have
opposition must
spoken.
answer. That answers everything.
For 5 seconds I need.
My
All
question,
sides have
Karuna
spoken.
Sagar ji,
All
how it is a
sides have
religious
spoken.
issue?
I've run out of time on this part of the debate.
Gaurav,
I've run
one
out of time on this part of the debate. But now it is for the Janta Janardan to speak. Sir, I've unfortunately run out of time completely on this part of the show. But now we will wait for the Janta Janardan to speak on the 11th, and we'll know their answer on the 14th. Because 65 lakh votes have been deleted. The Home Minister told me not one complaint has been received. And if Ghuspaithiya's names have been cut, they will anyway not come and make a complaint, but they are being identified and they will be deported, is what the government insists. How, when, where, we will be tracking that story very closely. To all my guests, many thanks for joining me from Seemanchal, and we'll be waiting and telling you the pulse of Seemanchal here on India Today.